First Contact Protocol. The vast emptiness of space stretched before Commander Elena Reyes as she stood on the bridge of the UES Dauntless. Earth's most advanced warship hummed with power beneath her feet, a perfect symphony of human innovation and determination. The experimental vessel represented everything humanity had achieved in the century since their first tentative steps beyond their home planet. Reinforced quantum lattice hull plating, adaptive shield technology, and engines that could bend space-time itself, all packed into a sleek, predatory silhouette. Status report, Elena commanded, her voice calm despite the tension coiling in her stomach. Lieutenant Morris tapped at his console with practiced precision. All systems nominal, Commander. We're maintaining position at the outer defense perimeter. Long-range scanners are clear. Elena nodded, dark eyes scanning the holographic displays floating around the bridge. The Dauntless was the first of its kind, a culmination of everything Earth's best minds could create. This was its maiden voyage, a simple patrol to test systems before returning to Earth's orbital shipyards. Nothing was supposed to go wrong. Commander. Ensign Park's voice cut through the quiet hum of the bridge. Long-range scanners are picking up something unusual. Elena turned, one eyebrow raised. Define unusual, Ensign. Unknown vessel approaching from Sector 7. It's big, ma'am. At least 3 times our size. Park's fingers flew over her console. Configuration doesn't match anything in our database. Definitely not human. The bridge fell silent. First contact. The moment humanity had been preparing for and dreading in equal measure. Tactical analysis, Elena ordered, moving to stand behind Park. Energy readings off the charts, Commander. Their propulsion system is like nothing I've ever seen. Weapons, difficult to say, but they appear to be armed. Heavily. Elena straightened, squaring her shoulders. Send first contact protocol signal on all frequencies. Let's follow procedure. Transmitting now, Commander. Minutes passed in tense silence. The alien vessel continued its approach, unchanged in course or speed. No response, Morris reported. Keep trying, Elena ordered. And initiate defensive protocols. Shields up, but weapons remain offline. We're not starting a war today. The alien ship was visible now on the main viewer. A massive construct of gleaming metal and pulsing energy, angular and imposing against the backdrop of stars. It was slowing, coming to a relative stop 2,000 kilometers from the Dauntless. Commander, we're receiving a transmission. On screen, Elena commanded, her heart pounding. The viewer flickered, and an alien face appeared. Humanoid, but definitely not human. Silver-scaled skin stretched over sharp features, 4 pupilless eyes arranged in a diamond pattern, and no visible mouth or nose. Attention human vessel, the translation software converted the strange, musical tones into English. You have been detected operating a war vessel outside your designated territorial boundaries. The Argos Collective considers this an aggressive action. Stand down immediately and prepare for boarding and assessment. Elena's jaw tightened. This is Commander Elena Reyes of the United Earth Ship Dauntless. We are on a routine patrol within our sovereign space. Your presence here is unannounced and unexpected, but we welcome peaceful contact. The alien's 4 eyes blinked in sequence. Incorrect. According to collective records, this sector falls outside human territory. Your species is not recognized as having interstellar sovereign rights. Your vessel is designated as a Level 3 threat. You will stand down. Sir, Morris whispered urgently. 3 more vessels just dropped out of FTL behind the first one. Same configuration, all larger than us. Elena maintained her composure. I assure you, representative of the Argos Collective, that this space has been claimed by humanity for over 50 years. We have established outposts throughout this sector. Perhaps your records are outdated. Human claims are irrelevant, the alien responded. The collective determines territorial boundaries for pre-council species. Your outposts were noted but deemed unauthorized. Your continued military presence here confirms your species' aggressive nature. Elena felt her temper flare but kept her voice measured. With respect, we were unaware of your collective or its council. We have been developing interstellar travel independently for nearly a century. We claim no territory beyond what we can reasonably patrol and protect. The aliens seem to consider this unfortunate. Species typically receive orientation upon reaching sufficient technological advancement. Your isolation is unusual. Commander, Lieutenant Costa, the science officer, called quietly from her station. I've been analyzing their communication patterns and energy signatures. They're scanning us extensively, our weapons, our shields, even our life support systems. Elena nodded slightly in acknowledgement. Perhaps we could arrange a formal meeting between your leaders and ours, she suggested to the alien, to establish diplomatic relations and avoid future misunderstandings. Unnecessary. The collective will assess your species' threat level and determine appropriate restrictions. Your unexpected technological advancement is concerning. Advanced war vessels indicate expansionist intentions. Sir, Morris interrupted, his voice tense. They're powering up something. Energy levels spiking across all 4 ships. Elena made a split-second decision. This vessel is not simply a war vessel. It carries our most advanced scientific equipment. We are explorers first, defenders second. Science vessels do not require your level of weaponry or shielding, the alien countered. Prepare for comprehensive scanning. Resistance will be interpreted as hostility. Elena's mind raced. Standard protocol dictated compliance with peaceful first contact scenarios. But something felt wrong. The collective's dismissal of human sovereignty, their surprise at humanity's advancement, their immediate classification of the Dauntless as a threat, all of it set off alarm bells. They're targeting us, Commander, Morris warned. Some kind of invasive scanning beam. Shields to maximum, Elena ordered. Rotate frequencies to disrupt their scan. Commander, that violates protocol, her XO. Commander Rivera cautioned. Elena turned to face the bridge crew. Listen to me, all of you. Something isn't right here. These aliens, this collective, they're surprised by us. They expected to find a less advanced civilization, easy to categorize and control. We're not following their script. The ship shuddered as the alien scanning beam hit their shields. Shield integrity holding at 92%, Morris reported. But they're adjusting, probing for weaknesses. Elena turned back to the screen. Argos representative, we cannot allow invasive scanning of our vessel. It contains classified technology vital to Earth's security. We request you cease immediately. Compliance is mandatory, the alien stated flatly. Your resistance confirms aggressive intent. The scanning beam intensified, and the Dauntless trembled under the assault. Shields at 78% and dropping, Morris called out. Elena's mind worked furiously. They were outgunned, outmanned, and facing an unknown enemy with unknown capabilities. But humans hadn't survived and thrived by surrendering in the face of superior forces. Tactical, prepare a targeted EMP burst, she ordered. Science, I need a frequency that will disrupt their scanning without damaging their ships. Commander, that's a direct act of aggression, Rivera protested. Elena faced her XO squarely. No, it's self-defense. They're attempting to forcibly extract our technological secrets without consent. If they get what they want, Earth and all our colonies could be at risk. Frequency identified, Costa announced. But Commander, this goes against everything in the first contact protocol. Sometimes you have to rewrite the rules, Elena replied, her voice steady. Humanity didn't get this far by blindly following someone else's playbook. She turned back to the viewer. Argos representative, this is your final warning. Cease your invasive scanning, or we will be forced to respond defensively. Your defiance is noted, the alien said. The collective will adjust your species' threat assessment accordingly. Elena took a deep breath and made the call that would forever change humanity's place in the galaxy. Execute EMP burst. Now, the Dauntless released a precisely calibrated electromagnetic pulse that streaked toward the lead alien vessel. It struck with pinpoint accuracy, disrupting the scanning beam without causing critical damage. The alien ships reacted immediately, weapons systems powering up. "They're targeting us," Morris shouted. "Evasive maneuvers," Alina commanded. "Tactical. Target their weapons arrays only. Minimal force." As the Dauntless surged away from the alien formation, Alina stared at the screen where the Argos representative had vanished. "We just made first contact," Rivera said quietly, "and possibly started humanity's first interstellar war." Alina watched as the alien ships began to move in pursuit. "No," she replied. "We just showed the galaxy that humanity won't bow to intimidation. If that means war, then we'll face it standing tall." The bridge crew exchanged glances, fear mixing with determination in their eyes. They had trained for countless scenarios, but nothing could have prepared them for this moment, the moment when humanity would have to prove its right to exist among the stars. "All hands," Alina announced shipwide, "battle stations. The future of Earth depends on what we do next. Humanity stands tall." The Dauntless shuddered as another energy blast grazed its shields. Commander Alina Reyes gripped the edges of her command console, refusing to be thrown from her feet as the inertial dampeners struggled to compensate. "Shields at 43%, Lieutenant Morris reported, his voice steady despite the chaos. "We can't take much more of this, Commander." Alina's mind raced through options, each seeming worse than the last. The 4 Argos vessels had them surrounded, their superior firepower evident with each devastating barrage. But they hadn't destroyed the Dauntless yet. They were being careful, precise. They wanted the ship intact. "They're hurting us," Alina realized aloud. "They don't want to destroy us. They want to capture us. Our technology." Commander Rivera nodded grimly. "We're a prize specimen to them. An unexpected discovery." "Sir," Ensign Park called out, "I'm detecting multiple quantum signatures at the edge of our sensor range. More ships entering the system." Alina's heart sank. "Argos reinforcements?" "No, ma'am." Park's voice rose with excitement. "They're ours. Earth Defense Fleet signatures, at least 7 vessels. The Edinburgh, the Shenzhen, the New Lagos, Captain Okonkwo's battle group." A cheer erupted across the bridge, quickly silenced by Alina's raised hand. "How long until they reach us?" 17 minutes at current speed. Too long. The Dauntless wouldn't last another 5 minutes under this assault. "Open a channel to the lead Argos vessel," Alina commanded. The alien representative appeared on screen, its 4 eyes blinking in that unsettling sequential pattern. "Your resistance is irrational," it stated without preamble. "You cannot prevail." "Perhaps not alone," Alina replied, allowing a small smile. "But we're not alone anymore. Earth Defense Fleet approaching at high speed. You might want to reconsider your position." The alien's eyes blinked rapidly. A sign of agitation. "Impossible. Our intelligence indicated no significant human military presence in this sector." "Your intelligence is outdated," Alina bluffed. In truth, Captain Okonkwo's battle group had been scheduled to run exercises in a nearby system. Pure luck they were close enough to respond to the Dauntless's distress call. This was never a lone patrol. It was a test, to see how your collective would respond to human contact. Uncertainty flickered across the alien's features. "Explain." "We've known about the Argos collective for some time," Alina continued, the lie flowing smoothly. "We've been observing, learning. This ship was sent as a probe, to test your intentions toward humanity. Your response has been informative." Lieutenant Costa caught Alina's eye from the science station, a slight nod indicating she understood the commander's strategy. "Sir," Costa spoke up loudly enough for the communication system to capture, "the quantum signature analysis of their propulsion systems is complete. Our countermeasures are ready when needed." Pure fiction, but the alien wouldn't know that. The representative's head tilted slightly. Your deception is transparent, Commander. Our scans indicate your vessel is isolated. You possess no effective countermeasures against our technology. Your scans, Alina countered, couldn't penetrate our defensive systems. What makes you think they accurately assessed our offensive capabilities? Doubt. Alina could see it now in the alien's posture. The unexpected presence of a technologically advanced human ship had already disrupted the collective's assumptions. Now the threat of an entire battle group and supposed countermeasures was creating further uncertainty. And while we talk, Alina added, 17 more Earth vessels are entering this sector. Your 4 ships will soon be outnumbered 5-1. Another calculated exaggeration. Okonkwo's group consisted of 7 ships, not 17. But the alien had no way to verify that. Commander, Morris whispered urgently, their weapons are powering down. They're maintaining position, but no longer targeting us. The alien representative was silent for a moment, its eyes blinking in a new pattern. We are receiving communication from our central authority. Stand by. The screen went blank. They're conferring with their superiors, Rivera said. Good work, Commander. Elena wasn't celebrating yet. How long until Okonkwo's group arrives? 15 minutes now. They've increased speed. And our actual shield status. Morris grimaced. 29%. One more coordinated barrage would have finished us. Elena nodded. Lieutenant Costa, I need options. If they decide to attack again before reinforcements arrive, what can we do? Costa moved to the central tactical display. Their ships generate some kind of quantum field around their weapon systems before firing. There's a 3-second buildup we could potentially exploit. How? If we reconfigure our shields to emit a counter-resonance pulse, the moment we detect that buildup, we might be able to disrupt their firing sequence. It won't stop them completely, but it could buy us time. Elena made the call. Do it. And Morris, prepare a targeted strike on their propulsion systems. Non-lethal, just enough to slow them down if they try to pursue. Commander, Park interrupted. The alien vessel is hailing us again. On screen, the representative reappeared, but its demeanor had subtly changed. Commander Reyes, the Central Authority has reviewed this encounter. Your species' technological advancement was unexpected. The collective's standard protocols appear inadequate for this situation. Elena maintained her confident facade. As I said, we've been preparing for this meeting. Humanity doesn't appreciate being treated as a pre-council species to be controlled and restricted. Your perspective is noted. The alien acknowledge. The collective proposes a temporary cessation of hostilities. A diplomatic delegation will be dispatched to your homeworld for formal negotiations regarding your species status. Translation: they wanted time to reassess and bring in bigger guns. That won't be necessary, Elena replied firmly. Earth will send representatives to meet with your central authority. As equals, we won't be summoned to our own homeworld like errant children. The alien's 4 eyes blinked rapidly again. This is not standard procedure. Neither is humanity, Elena stated. You'll find we rarely conform to others' expectations. Before the representative could respond, the ship's sensors blared a warning. Multiple quantum rifts opening, Morris announced. The Earth fleet is here. They've pushed their drives to the limit. On the main viewer, space seemed to fold in on itself as 7 Earth warships emerged from quantum tunnels, weapons hot and shields raised. The Dauntless was no longer alone. Your move, Representative, Elena said calmly. The alien conferred with someone off-screen before turning back. The collective acknowledges the unusual circumstances of this encounter. We will withdraw to neutral space and await your diplomatic delegation. Coordinates will be transmitted. We'll be there, Elena promised, with appropriate escort. The communication ended, and the bridge crew watched in tense silence as the 4 Argos vessels slowly turned and moved away from the Dauntless, eventually disappearing into quantum tunnels of their own. Captain Okonkwo's face appeared on the main screen. Commander Reyes, Looks like we missed most of the excitement. Care to explain why you're out here picking fights with unknown alien species? Elena allowed herself a genuine smile. It's a long story, Captain. One that Earth Command will want to hear directly. 3 days later, Elena stood before the United Earth Defense Council in Geneva, the highest military authority on the planet. The chamber was hushed as she finished her report. So to summarize, Admiral Cheng said slowly, in the space of 30 minutes, you managed to make first contact with an advanced alien coalition, violate first contact protocols, engage in hostilities, and fundamentally alter humanity's position in interstellar politics. Elena stood straight. Yes, Admiral. Murmurs filled the chamber. And now this, Argos Collective, wants to meet with our representatives. They requested the meeting, yes, but they're no longer demanding we appear before them as supplicants. They're approaching us as potential equals. Admiral Hassan leaned forward. Based on your encounter, Commander, what's your assessment of this collective? They're powerful, organized, and hierarchical, Elena replied. But they're also rigid. They had a script for how first contact with humans was supposed to go, and when we didn't follow it, they didn't adapt well. Their technology is advanced, but they rely on protocols and procedures rather than initiative and creativity. She paused. In short, they underestimated us because they think in categories and hierarchies. They expected humans to be easily classified and controlled. And now, General Rodriguez asked. Now they're reassessing. The collective's intelligence indicated we were a localized, moderately advanced species confined mostly to our solar system. Finding the Dauntless, and then an entire battle group, at their doorstep forced them to question those assumptions. Admiral Cheng nodded slowly. You're saying your actions, while technically insubordinate, actually improved our bargaining position. I'm saying that showing strength and refusing to be intimidated earned their respect in a way that compliance never would have, Elena clarified. The Argos Collective only respects species they consider peers. By standing our ground, we forced them to see us differently. The council members exchanged glances. The diplomatic team leaves tomorrow, Admiral Hassan announced. Commander Reyes, despite your unorthodox approach, your insights into the collective will be valuable. You'll accompany Ambassador Chen as military advisor. Elena blinked in surprise. Yes, Admiral. Thank you. As the council session adjourned, Elena found herself standing beside Admiral Cheng in the ancient hallway outside the chamber. You know, he said quietly, 50 years ago, humanity was still debating whether we'd ever find intelligent life among the stars. Now we're preparing to negotiate with an interstellar collective as equals. It's a new era, Elena agreed. Indeed. The Admiral studied her face. The Dauntless was designed to show what humanity could achieve, our best technology, our brightest minds. But in the end, our most powerful asset turned out to be something no alien collective can match. What's that, sir? Human audacity, he replied with a slight smile. The sheer, stubborn refusal to accept limitations imposed by others. The ability to face impossible odds and still believe we can win. He patted her shoulder. Remember that when you meet with the collective again, it's not our ships or our weapons that make us formidable, it's our spirit. As Elena prepared for the diplomatic mission, she reflected on the Admiral's words. The Argos Collective had encountered a humanity far different from what they expected. Not a fledgling species to be cataloged and controlled, but a fierce, innovative civilization unwilling to bend the knee. Whatever came next, one thing was certain. Humanity would face it standing tall, eyes forward, ready to claim their place among the stars not as supplicants, but as equals. The galaxy had issued its challenge, and Earth had answered with a defiance that echoed across the cosmos. We are humanity. Underestimate us at your peril.